Well, here we are. Here's the finished little jumper so far. I've got my sleeves on, I've sewn in all my ends, so it's all nice and neat. And this is a perfectly acceptable, beautiful little jumper. So if you want to forget about putting the hood on, that's fine, and make a little hat and some booties to match. That's entirely up to you. But this video is for those people that want to add the hoodie onto it, okay? So when we look at our work, we can see that we've got the corner pieces that come up. They're making these definite little holes, and we want to come up to this point, and we're going to just get I'm just going to get my hook, and then we're just going to get my yarn. For those people that use markers, the little plastic things, you can use those, but I personally just prefer to just put a bit of yarn there. And the same on the opposite side. Make sure we've followed up into the corner, and we're just going to come through there and mark the collar just there, okay? So there we go, and we look at those. So that's all we need to do for that. Now we're going to need to do the magic loop again, and we're casting on with a single crochet. We're going to cast on to the one side of this stitch. We're not going to use this stitch right now. This is just our marker, just as a guide, and we're going to come underneath one loop this time. This is to help make the hood sit up at an angle, okay? And this is the foundation round. I always find it's easier, do yourself a foundation round for something like this first, and then you know exactly where you're going. And all we're going to do is just single crochet all the way round to the stitch just before the marker on the opposite side. And we're just going to work this in a single crochet, I say just underneath the one loop, giving you your foundation round, and it really is genuinely this easy. And then once we've done the foundation round, so I need some more yarn, that's where we're going to change our stitch again. And this is just going to be a really short video because I'm going to be able to leave you to it so that you can get on with your work. And there we go, look, it's just underneath one loop all the way around. This makes the next, you're actually working in rows actually this time rather than in rounds, because you're going to go backwards and forwards. So you're going to get a slightly different pattern as well with your half double crochet for the hood. I will show you how you can keep the same pattern, but like I've said before, I want this is to be as easy as possible. So and it's actually harder to try and create the same pattern all the way along when you're working backwards and forwards, but that's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. So this is it. This is, we're just going to do our foundation, ready to build the hoodie on, okay? And we're nearly back at the beginning. Well, let's not say back at the beginning, nearly to the opposite side. Just a bit more yarn. Now to do the actual hood, I would say that this is going to I would say it's going to take you about another 20 minutes to half an hour, something like that, to be able to do this bit. So we're going to stop here. We're not going to work into that where we've got the marker. Now we're going to chain 2, turn, and work a half double crochet through the tops of the single crochet. I'm going to work our way all the way back. Oops, a daisy, I've got in the wrong place there. All the way back to the opposite side. And that's all we're going to do, is just literally go backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. But if you just bear with me till I get to the opposite side and I go up again, I'll show you how you can keep the pattern the same, or how you can just go with the natural pattern that follows. I personally will use the natural pattern because I want it to be easy, and I just don't want it to be complicated. I've tried to make this be as easy as I possibly can. I've broken down the videos into small sections to make it so that it's really, really simple for you to follow, and I've tried to avoid anything complicated, because I've read other people's patterns, and when I see that there's lots and lots of comments where people say, I'm stuck there, I don't know what you mean, and things like that, then to me that's not a good sign, and all you're going to do is end up wasting your time and my time of me trying to explain how I did something. So I'm trying to do this in the easiest possible way, and hopefully this is going to be the hoodie or the little jumper that everybody starts making. I remember doing the cardigan years ago, and well, I've evolved a bit from there and adapted the patterns and tried to make things be so much easier. So now we're back to the beginning single crochet where we joined on. So that bit actually is, we need to work into that point there. It doesn't look the best stitch for some strange reason. So we're just going to go into there. Then we're going to chain 2, turn, and as you can see, the way that the stitches have gone, it naturally makes you want to go into these holes here, into these big holes. And this is going to, as you do that, I'll do it and show you, what's going to happen is you're going to get this little row of lines coming across there, and you'll keep getting that as you go backwards and forwards. You'll get that line. If you want to try and keep it smooth, what you've got to do is you've got to go underneath those points there to take a, so that you don't get that line happening. Yeah, and it just, to me, it just makes it harder for you to do. So I'm going to go with the natural flow of how my crochet is fallen and just work into these holes, because it makes it nice and quick and easy, and still I'm not thinking, I'm not worrying, and we're just going to just keep on doing this backwards and forwards. I know that I said on everything else it was easy because you've got 11 rounds on there, 11 rounds on there, but for the hood, because you're not adding the 2 extra rows of single crochet at the end, I need to add an extra row of half double crochet. So the hood needs you to be a total of 12 rows. Okay, so yeah, and that's all it's going to be. Just do 12 rows of that back. So you're going to go backwards and forwards. Like I said, it's going to take you maybe 15-20 minutes to do that bit. So I'm going to finish off this video, and while I'm off the video, I'm going to carry on, complete the height of the hood, and then we're going to do one more video, and in that last video, that's where I'm going to show you how to do the closing part, because you're going to make a flap at the top. I'm going to show you how to close it in a really easy way so it looks lovely and neat, and then I'll show you how to do the trim with these little ties. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye for now.